If you're applying for remote jobs and not getting interviews, there's a good chance the problem is not your effort. It's not even always your experience. In many cases, it comes down to something much simpler. Your CV is not structured in a way that remote recruiters can quickly understand. And in remote hiring, speed matters. Recruiters don't spend minutes reading your CV. They scan it in seconds. So if your CV is unclear, overloaded, or poorly structured, it doesn't matter how good your experience is. It may never get fully read. In this video, we're breaking down how to structure a beginner-friendly remote job CV that is clear, readable, and aligned with what remote employers actually look for. Why CV structure matters more than people think. Most job seekers focus on adding more experience, listing every skill, making the CV look impressive. But recruiters are not looking for impressive formatting. They're looking for clarity. A strong CV answers 3 things instantly. What can this person do? Can they work in a remote environment? Is this relevant to the role? If those answers are not obvious in the first few seconds, the CV loses impact. The reality of remote CV screening. Remote companies often receive large volumes of applications, so they rely heavily on ATS systems, quick scanning, keyword matching, fast decision filtering. That means your CV is often judged before a human fully reads it. So structure becomes a filter, not just a design choice. The ideal beginner remote CV structure. Let's break it down step by step. 1. Header section, simple and clean. At the top of your CV, include full name, email, phone number, location, country is enough. LinkedIn profile, optional. Portfolio link if you have one. Keep this section minimal. No unnecessary personal details. No clutter. Just contact essentials. 2. Professional summary. This is a short section that explains who you are, what you do, what roles you're targeting. Keep it between 2 and 4 lines. Example direction. You want to sound focused, not generic. Avoid vague statements like hardworking individual looking for opportunities. Instead, make it role-specific and clear. This section sets the tone for everything else. 3. Skills section. This is one of the most important parts of a remote CV, because remote roles depend heavily on tools and communication. Split your skills into technical skills. Examples: Google Workspace, Microsoft Excel, Notion,
Slack, Zoom,
CRM tools,
Canva.
soft skills. Examples: communication, time management, organization, independent work, problem solving. Only include skills you can confidently talk about. 4. Project section, very important for beginners. If you don't have formal experience, this section becomes powerful. You can include personal projects, practice work, freelance tasks, internships, volunteer work, mock case studies. For each project include what you did, tools you used, outcome or result. This shows action, not just learning, and action builds credibility. 5. Work or internship experience. If you have experience, list it clearly. Job title, company name, dates, bullet points of responsibilities. Focus on what you actually did, what tools you used, what impact you made. Even non-remote roles can be valuable if framed correctly. 6. Education section. Keep it simple. Qualification, institution, year. If you don't have strong experience, education helps fill the structure. You can also add certifications here or in a separate section. 7. Certifications, optional but useful. Certifications help especially for beginners. Examples: Google certifications, LinkedIn Learning, Coursera courses, role-specific training. They show initiative and willingness to learn. Common CV mistakes that reduce interview chances. Let's quickly cover what to avoid. Overly long CVs.
Cluttered design.
Too many unrelated roles. Unclear formatting. Vague summaries. Listing everything instead of relevant skills. Poor readability. Remember, recruiters don't have time to decode your CV. What makes a remote CV work? A strong remote CV is
Clear.
structured, easy to scan, relevant to the role, focused on skills and tools.
It doesn't need to be fancy.
It needs to be functional. Final thoughts. If you're not getting interviews, your CV might not be failing because of your experience. It might be failing because of structure. Once your CV becomes clear, readable, and aligned with remote expectations, everything else becomes easier. Because recruiters don't reward complexity. They reward clarity. And clarity is something you can build, even as a beginner.